Hi everyone and welcome along to the 7th of December. I hope you're really well. I've got another absolute cracker in store for you, so let's see what we're painting today. We've got stained glass window of the nativity scene. Grab your paints and let's get started. So just follow along with me with the drawing. We're going to start with a curve out to the one side. And we're going to complete that arch. It's always easier doing one side than the other, trust me. But you can get there. There we go. And then we're just going to finish that off with a little curved base. Okay. What we're going to do is we're then going to draw a lower curve coming in. And we're going to draw a higher curve coming in from the other side. This curve is going to be Mary, so I'm just going to bring that down and start bananaing it in like that. On top here, we're just going to bring this, curl it over, and I'm going to put in a stripe like that, which is going to be Joseph's sort of the band around his hood, and we're going to bring that curve in like that. Then I'm going to do a nose and a beard, a downward curve and upwards, and that's going to give us an arm and a hand. And then for Mary, from here I'm going to do a little head that I'm going to bring up like that, and then I'm going to do a neck, a sort of shoulder that's also a sort of body shape, and then I'm just going to bring that around like that. We're nearly there, everybody, don't worry. Okay, now we're going to do baby Jesus. I'm going to do a little hump of the body and just bring that down, and I'm going to just join that up. I'm going to do a little head and then a little extra bit, and then a halo that sort of comes all the way down like this. I'm then going to just give him, whoops, it's all about trying to simplify the shapes, and then I'm just going to do that, and you've done it, but I'm going to put in a star at the top, so a line that comes down. Remember, if this is really scary, firstly, well done for trying, and you can always rub it out and try again, and you could always pause the video once I'm done. There we go. And I'm now going to just drop in a few extra lines just like that. Maybe, no, to be honest, I think that's probably the only one required. With a stained glass window, obviously, you've got the different shapes creating different panes of glass, but I think that's really cool, and I'm going to rub out some of the pencil. Now it's up to you really, sort of the colours you use, but I'm going to start with my sky. I'm going to just make it really nice and golden and joyful, so I'm going to use my yellowy tones. I'll start with the star with lemon yellow, just using my size 0 brush, and I'm going to do the halo down here, lemon yellow as well. Some bits could take a little bit of time with this, because obviously we want things to dry nice and precisely in their sections. So what I'm thinking is doing cadmium yellow there. Maybe I'm going to do a bit of a sort of sunset. I think I'm going to sort of add in a few panes of glass like that, and create some different tones so that by the bottom sort of bit it can be quite orangey. I'm using very dilute colour here because I don't want anything to be too strong, and of course it is glass after all. We've done the Nativity in a few different ways over the years, and someone did mention just stained glass windows in general when we were talking about ideas for this. So I thought, why not? Let's put the two together. The other beauty about this paper is it dries the paint quite fast, so you can get your work done quite nice and quickly. So we'll have, like I said, cadmium yellow up here, and then I'll just introduce a little bit of the red, so we've got a bit more of an orangey tone. That's fun. And you could always add a decorative border on the stained glass like you get in a lot of churches, or you just keep it nice and simple like this. I'm going to choose a range of blue tones for Mary, brown tones for Joseph, and we'll go classic, I think, or maybe reddy brown tones. I've now got some yellow ochre, and then I'm going to add some brown to it. I added in an extra pencil line so I could get some hair for Mary. I think I'll leave Jesus's wrap white, and then I will just add a little bit of blue to my brown to get a different tone for his crib. So the great thing is, even if you've got two sections next to each other that are the same colour, it's fine because we're going to put in panes of glass to separate it and make it look more like the stained glass window it is. So I need my really dark colour to make my, well, I need my dark colour. So I've got brown and blue and then red, and I wonder if, what if I tried this red? It's always interesting to see. Okay, so that's really dominant. playing around, getting down to the colour. It goes a bit purple, and then if you get a bit of brown in, it goes darker, but it feels like you're constantly tweaking it until you get there. We're close. I think that's pretty good, I think. Feels like I'm sort of walking down steps down into a basement trying to get the dark tone of this colour right. Right. I've got my fine line brush. The first thing I'm going to do is just get a bit of a dilute version of it and add in some hair. Okay, and then get a slightly more concentrated bit on your brush, and we can start to add fine lines. And you're not cheating if you just use a pen, but I'm doing everything in watercolour just to show that you can. You could add more window panes if you wanted to, or just stick with the ones you've already drawn. And there you go, that's looking pretty lovely. If you wanted, you could always add a few window panes to make that wooden crib a bit more sort of interesting. But I love that. I'm really pleased with that. It's nice in its simplicity. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to comment below, let me know how you're getting on with the advent calendar and who's doing it with you. I love to hear all the stories of friends and family getting together to have a go at painting together. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow.